Greetings, I am Shawn Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn. We got a bunch of new comics this week, so let's go ahead and talk about the newest in the Star Wars line. Star Wars number 9. The Star Wars comic series has been hit or miss, a lot of it, but pretty much the last 5 issues have been on top of their game. This is another great issue from it. Really, from beginning to end, it is very interesting stuff, and we learn a lot of cool little tidbits. As always, the Star Wars line takes place in between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, and it follows differing adventures of Luke, Han, and Leia. Luke, in the last issue, has been continuing, well, actually the last 2 or 3 issues, but he's been looking for answers on how to become a Jedi in a lot of ways. Obviously, Ben Kenobi was killed by Darth Vader, and he doesn't really know what to do or how to become the Jedi that he now knows he needs to be. Obviously, we'll know that eventually in Empire Strikes Back he'll go to Yoda, but at this point he's still looking for answers. In issue number 7, he went back and looked at Kenobi's old diary and tried to learn a few things. And in the last issue, he kind of determined, I need to go to Coruscant. Well, that whole plan got sidetracked because he had his lightsaber stolen. And we pick up there in this issue. And it just is so intense and good when he's chasing down his lightsaber. And then he finds out that he's in the territory of a Hutt, who is just fearsome. This huge slug creature that the Hutts are, except he's got like cybernetic legs and he's huge, and it turns out this Hutt is a collector of Jedi artifacts, so we get a really cool thing. And it's very interesting that in the Lando comic we've gotten a bunch of the Sith artifacts, and in this comic we're getting a bunch of the Jedi artifacts. Interesting that the two have kind of shown us this, but we kind of got to see holocrons again. We got to see recordings of some of the older Jedis, as well as a couple other interesting things in the background. But Luke's story really is continuing to grow, and we're starting to see what pushes him into an Empire, why he's so willing to, to go put down everything, put down his friends and everything to go see Yoda at first, going to try to become a Jedi. And we're seeing him grow here. We're seeing him, he throws his name, you're no Jedi. Well, I'm a Skywalker, and so we're starting to see a little bit of cool, interesting things as Luke continues to grow as a character. Even though we know where Luke is going, it is very interesting to see how he gets there, because there is quite a bit of growth in between episode 4 and episode 5. Now, Han and Leia took kind of a backseat in this issue. We see a little bit of them as we did in the last issue, where they were more prevalent. We're still, as they're dealing with Sana, who is claiming to be Sana Solo, claiming to be Han's wife, which exploded the internet months ago when they revealed that. It's still seeing more and more like there's more to it, and we're starting to see that Sana is more of willing to help and work with them once Han reveals, hey, I'm a rebel now. I'm not the bounty hunter you knew. And so we're starting to see kind of some growth there. They're running from the Imperials that have landed on this planet, and so there's some interesting things in it, but as a whole, I said it takes a backseat in this issue, even though it had the cover was mainly those 3. They took a backseat in this issue as a whole. It's still very interesting stuff, and I like where it's going. It just wasn't as prevalent as, say, in issue 8, where this one was a Luke Skywalker issue. An interesting little tidbit that shows up in the comic is we get an appearance of Mon Mothma, Admiral Akbar, and the entire Rebel crew, but somebody, when they talk to Mon Mothma, they refer to her as Chancellor, which was revealed in Aftermath that she was the new Chancellor after of the Senate as the New Republic. But it seems that actually before the New Republic had even been formed, they had been calling her Chancellor. So that was an interesting little tidbit that came out of this comic. As a whole, I loved this comic. This is easily one of my favorite ones to come out in the Star Wars line, but also in the whole series. I would put that up as one of the top 5 comics to come out. It was engaging. It was very interesting. There's a lot of stuff to get through it, and the artwork is just amazing at times in this one. So go ahead and check out Star Wars 9. I would say read the Star Wars, the entire series, but at least from about number 5 on, it has really picked up, and that's what you should definitely at least check out. So what did you guys think? Did you like Star Wars 9 as much as I did? Which comic series has been your favorite to this point? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I am Shawn Rebman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn, and may the Force be with you always.